Five, four, three, two, one.
Blast off! Woo! Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
It's flat face Gilbert's birthday. How old are you now?
28.
28.
Oh, so
you lost weight,
Thank you.
right?
Yeah.
Only the body
you got to go back
numbers.
fat. You got to go back fat.
I can't go back fat. I want to look like.
Well, no, because don't say
I'm not
anything.
yet.
But I'm going to just say this,
Yeah.
right? Shut the fuck up. Because what I'm saying is that I'm telling you now, if you gained another 50 pounds, you would work 10 times more.
No,
don't
I
say
did.
that.
I gained weight when I was fat. No auditions.
Yeah, but you're stronger now.
Okay, that's true.
No,
Okay.
don't do that.
All right, no, you know
give
what?
up
I don't
your
want
health.
competition. Stay skinny. Stay whatever you're doing. I don't want
Okay.
competition.
Don't
Okay.
give up
Got
your
it, got it.
health.
We got Khalyla, who I'm
Hi.
fucking just on the
Hi.
fucking brink of.
I'm here.
I'm gonna spread your cheeks
Whoa.
with my
He has
hands.
this game that he calls ventriloquisms.
Wait,
and it
what?
actually
Yeah,
has
yeah.
nothing to do with ventriloquism.
Yes, it does.
He just spreads my cheeks apart.
I say.
He spreads my cheeks apart in public and he makes my butthole talk.
In public?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got well, I love this guy right here, man.
Yeah,
He's
love
my favorite.
I love his name too. What is
Jason
it?
Kaysen.
Casey.
Casey.
We got Casey here, man, and we got you know what else we got right here in the back of me?
Who?
Barton Fink, man.
Oh wow, is that a juju?
Yeah, don't say juju,
I'm sorry,
dude.
I
He's
mean,
not a juju,
yeah.
right? Are you Jewish? I'm Jewish. Yeah, you are. I know. This dude, I didn't know you were roommates with the old-timey writer from the 1940s.
Yeah, it's my roommate.
Yeah, right here, dude. I love your shit, dude. Excuse me?
Thank you.
Okay. And we have a special guest tonight, and
Wow.
I'm going to say something right now, okay? I met him via Destiny. I was playing with Eric Griffin, Fat Black. Okay, my brother Stevie Weeby, and all of a sudden this guy was also sometimes involved. He's very good at Destiny. His name is Erik Koch. He is also a UFC fighter, so give him a round of applause, everybody. Yeah. Now you can talk.
Now
Eric.
I can talk.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
I
yeah.
have permission
Sat
to
there
talk.
for-
You're the only guest who's actually obeyed those rules.
Yeah.
Everyone always talks like right out
I'm nice,
the gate.
you know. I'm coming into somebody else's house, you know.
Whoa!
respect.
I love these fucking independents.
Everybody thinks fighters are like, you know, some mean, you know,
Yeah.
just gonna beat your ass all the time.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Very respectful.
I like the way you guys. I don't know how everyone got together. I don't know. How did you meet? So you met Eric Griffin first online.
I met Griffin. Well, what was crazy about it was I followed him on Twitter because I was always a Workaholics fan.
I don't know why, but okay. I'm kidding. It's a great show. It's a wonderful show full of comedy and delight.
But no, I followed him on Twitter, and I saw him like make a post towards Bungie, talking about Destiny. And I was, you know, I sent him a tweet, and I was like, you know, shit, if you ever play, you want some help, hit me up because I'm really good at Destiny. You know
Yeah,
that. You know
you're
that.
very good. He's so good.
And he followed me, but he never hit me up. And then you know the app, little companion app.
Yeah, I
where
used
you
to have
find,
it.
Yeah, you find people.
Yeah,
you
that's
just
how you did it?
erased, You erased all of it, didn't you?
Well,
Hold on, let's get into that later.
Okay.
Before you call me Yoko Ono for the umpteenth time. Yeah.
But then I went on there because I was just looking to finish a raid, and I was playing with you guys for like 4 hours. I didn't know who the hell it was.
yeah.
And then we started talking about like what we do and shit, like because they were talking about comedy, all that shit.
Yeah.
Told him I fought in the UFC, and you know, he's like, "Oh shit, what's your name?" And, you know, I asked him, and I didn't know his name was Eric Griffin. I knew him as Montez.
Right.
I didn't know it was Eric
Yeah.
Griffin, you know. He's like, "Oh shit, I follow you on Twitter." I was like, "You know, what's your name?" He's like, "Eric Griffin." I'm like, "I don't know an Eric Griffin." Like, I follow you. He's like, "Montez from Workaholics." I was like, "Oh shit."
Whoa.
No shit. So that's how crazy, how small of a world it is. Because how many people play Destiny, and how many people are on this app, like,
Yeah.
you know, finding that. But I mean, that was it.
But we found each other.
Yeah, we found each other.
And you're
It was
very
meant to
good
be.
at it.
So
He's
is he
good.
the best one?
Out of
on
the group,
team?
he is to fight by
100.
far. But
Yeah.
I honestly believe that Eric's the worst.
Griffin?
I thought you
Yeah.
said Craig's the
Actually,
worst.
no, we looked up KD's today.
Yeah, who?
And Craig is terrible.
Yes.
He
I
is
can, but I didn't even want to
terrible.
bring his name up because he's on the precipice of suicide anyway.
Well,
so
the-
I,
Oh, don't
Jeez.
say that.
I mean, he's doing great in life.
Oh,
Is
okay.
what I meant to say.
The complete opposite.
Yeah, but
Don't worry. The filming we did, we all shat on him, like, in front of him
Yeah.
to his face, so it really didn't matter.
I like Craig a lot.
He can take it.
I
He
like
can
Craig
take
a
it.
lot.
But no, he's by far the worst.
He is. Who's the second worst?
I think then it's Griffin.
Yeah, Griffin for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
who's better, Steve or Bobby?
Ooh.
Bobby hasn't played in so long.
But when they were playing,
Pick a
I
side,
don't
bro.
know.
You don't even remember.
I don't know.
You don't remember.
I don't know. But Steve is better than both those guys.
Yeah,
So-
Steve is getting better, and but
because when I talked to Erik on Saturday and I had him rank everybody, I said, "Are you better than Bobby?" He was like, "Oh yeah, Bobby sucks."
Damn.
And then you told me differently.
well, maybe because he has so much fat in his eyes, right? Like, he's so fat, his face, that it went into his eyes, and he can't see clearly enough. Because I'm going to tell you this right now, he is not better than I am. In fact, if we do a group crucible, he's always last.
Well, I wanted to do like, not me obviously, but
Yeah.
everybody else individual match to see who's the best.
How do
Who
you
gets bragging
feel?
rights.
How does it feel to play with such shitty players? If you're
They're lucky they can be funny, and I just like to relish them talking shit to
Yeah.
to each other.
Yeah.
Rarely do they ever try to talk shit to me, but they're talking shit to each other. I think it's fucking
Yeah,
hilarious.
because we don't want our heads to be crushed by your hands. Okay. All right.
I wouldn't
So
do that. I wouldn't do
I
that.
want to say something right now because this is my podcast, and you really broke my heart when you lost to Clay Guido.
Okay. Let's talk about it. Let's.
No, I was on the UFC Fight Pass. I was on the road. I go, fucking Eric's fighting. And I put it
we all
on,
watched it. Yeah.
and just let me finish. It broke my heart.
It's weird watching
It's
somebody
so
that
weird to watch.
fight.
Yeah.
It's a different.
I threw my iPad and everything.
Really?
Yeah, I was emotional about it.
I think Stevie was really upset too.
Everyone, we all called each other afterwards. Like, what the fuck happened?
Right. Well, touching on that, like watching the
Talking to the
craziest-
mic, man.
The craziest thing.
I'm not afraid of him anymore. Go ahead.
The craziest thing about fighting is like when you fight, you're nervous, but it's a different type of nervous energy.
Yeah.
It's like I know I got to be in there, and I got to be on everything. Like it's more of a focused like nerve.
Yeah.
When you watch people, fight. Like when I watch my teammates fight, I lose my mind. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't believe we do this for a living.
Right.
Like, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And so touching on that, like watching people fight is watching my brother fight was probably the worst thing. in my
Really?
life.
Oh, wow.
I'd lose my shit. It's your brother.
yeah.
So if they even get hit, you get mad. You want to climb the fence and
That's
beat the
how I
shit out of
felt,
the guy.
I think.
Yeah. But
And he was on top of you, like you're doing all that gay shit.
he didn't
It was,
do any damage.
I know he didn't. I know he didn't, Eric.
We'll go into the fight.
Yeah.
The fight was it was just a strange fight because he's such a weird guy to fight. When he fought Anthony Pettis, my teammate,
Yeah.
he was coming forward. Everybody's used to Guida moving his head
Yeah.
and like high energy.
Yeah.
He fought way more patient
With you.
with me.
Yeah.
He didn't come forward. The whole game plan was to counter. And fight him, because he wants to come forward. Let him, hurt himself by falling on the sword. But
Yeah.
he never did that. He was very patient, and he wasn't like super strong. His takedowns weren't super strong, but it's like he did just enough to get me down.
Yeah.
And the one thing I give credit to Clay Guida is he's such a veteran. Like when he has you down, it is hard to move. Like he doesn't take risks to posture up and do damage, but he controlled my hips so well. Usually I'm good off my back. I can throw submissions up and
Yeah.
I can move. I've never felt like that. Like against the fence, I would try to wall walk
Yeah.
and like jump off. He would shut me down. He knew exactly what I was doing. He's just a veteran.
Yeah.
So what I take from that fight is, I'm not hurt. I didn't take any damage.
You
Fuck
didn't.
it.
I know
Let's
you
Seems
just
didn't.
get
You
pretty.
look good afterwards. You did look
Yeah.
good afterwards.
Thank you.
I'm just saying because I want you to succeed.
I want to say.
I know you do.
Trust me.
And so that's where my thing was coming from. It's like I want Erik Koch.
I think that I would be really terrible being a spectator to my kids' sporting events.
Yeah.
And you're right. Like I would much rather compete than be a spectator to anything. It's because you have a set of nerves that you can't kind of dispel. Like when you're watching, you have all this built up adrenaline that you can't use towards movement.
Exactly.
When you're an athlete, you have this adrenaline. You're about to actually use your body towards something.
The power's in your hands.
Yeah.
Like when you watch somebody you love or a training partner, you want to do it for them.
Yeah.
And when you're watching from like a third person view, it's a lot different. It's a
Yeah,
lot different when
yeah.
you're actually face to face.
I mean, I know I wrestled in high school. I know it's not the same, but I remember it's not the same.
I don't know why I'm
But-
laughing so hard.
I don't know why you're laughing,
but I
but-
believe in you, baby.
But I did tournaments and stuff,
Yeah.
right? And I used to get I've never been more nervous. It's more nerve wracking than stand up. I couldn't believe trying to make a weight and then actually go walking in. It's so nerve wracking. So I can only imagine because you're at a higher level.
Yeah.
That there's so much at stake.
Well, and
you were also plagued with injuries and whatnot. So you hadn't been back in a long time.
Right.
So there was a lot riding on it. So I'm sure you were.
I mean, the biggest thing about it is in any sports, a lot of sports that are like football, soccer, they're team sports. So if you lose, the blame is kind of dispensed.
Yes.
Like
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
put it
yeah.
on other people. In fighting, when you lose, it's the fucking worst.
Yeah.
When you win, it's the greats. That's why we do it. They're both, total extremes.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So I mean, yeah, it's fucking terrible. I hate losing.
Did you
but
cry?
I did.
You did.
Every loss I cry. Because
Why do you find that funny?
Ah, what a pussy!
Bobby's gonna
Wow,
be crying. Bobby's gonna be crying here pretty soon.
I'm kidding. Aaron, I was just joking, man.
I know.
That was a joke
you know
laugh. I
what?
wasn't really laughing, man, right? At Barton? No.
The best way I can put it is Tito Ortiz. He said it.
Fuck him.
Why?
I'm
Why
kidding.
fuck
I'm totally
Tito
kidding. I
Ortiz?
love Tito. I
Why
love
are you trying
Tito.
so
I
much
love
beef
Tito.
with fighters?
I love Tito. I love Tito.
Please.
He used to say, he's like, when you lose a fight, it's like a loved one dying because we train so fucking hard.
I bet.
Mm-hmm.
That's why not many people do this. We train so hard, and people really don't understand how hard we train. And when you lose a fight and you dedicate 3 months to dieting, cutting weight, training 4 times, a day, watching tape, you're just your whole life is dedicated to this one day.
Yeah.
You're not
Oh my
thinking
God.
anything past
Can't
it.
imagine.
It's just like that's judgment day. That's the end of days for you until the fight's actually over.
Yeah.
That's the end of the day. So like when you lose a fight, it's weird because it doesn't hit you in the cage. It's when you go back and you know the disappointment of your corner. Not necessarily they're mad at you,
Right.
but like they're just bummed you lost, and
Yeah.
you feel like you let a lot more people down.
But you weren't humiliated. You were doing
No,
so
you
good.
weren't.
no, but I take pride
Look
in
at what
being good.
Ronda
everywhere.
Rousey did with Amanda Nunes.
I call
I
that
mean,
too, though.
she was picked apart within a minute, and she was out. You can tell that she trained hard for that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I can't imagine, especially the kind of expectations on her. I can't imagine what that feels like.
Jose Aldo going
Oh
out
my
in 14
God.
seconds like
Oh
that.
my
Yeah.
God,
When
I
you've been
can't
undefeated
imagine.
your whole career.
Crushing.
I mean, that man cried a lot
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah, yeah.
That is
The
just
suffering, I can't
soul
even-
crushing. I don't. That's why I always think about whether or not I want my kids to be, if they can get there. If I do want to encourage for them to be like professional athletes, because so much it becomes so ingrained as your identity that when it's gone, it's so hard to separate yourself from that.
Well, and that's with a lot of fighters that have problems retiring.
Yeah.
That's what you see. A lot of I thought Anderson Silva, when he defended his belt like 8 times, he should have retired. If he would have retired, because we all do this. If you ask any fighter, we do it to make money, but I didn't start this to do money. When I
Right.
started training, UFC wasn't big at all. It was still
Yeah.
underground. Like
Yeah.
people didn't know much about it. So like what my stance on it is, I do this because when I die, I want my name to be remembered. It's a way of
like a
immortality.
legacy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's my
But that's like
immortality.
everything that we do. I mean, I do stand up to do that.
Yeah, and well,
You know what I mean?
but I mean that's why I do it. So if someone's on a rank like GSP, I honestly don't think he should come back.
Yeah.
I feel like if he stayed that,
Yeah,
people are
but
gonna
think
undisputed
of it
best
this way, though.
welterweight.
All right, it's
Yeah.
like when you're away from the game for that long, your name fades, no matter who you are.
Right.
And so you get addicted to the glory too, and the adrenaline. It's a drug.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
For sure.
So
Yeah.
that's why they come back. They go, they want to be the center of attention again. They want, if they win, they want that glory, that feeling that you said, right? So you can understand why they come back.
I completely understand, but if you're looking at long term, you gotta think about it. MMA, there's so many ways to lose. So many ways to win, so many ways to lose.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose. Doesn't matter how good you
Right.
are. Conor McGregor, he's
Well,
lost.
not John
And
Jones.
you actually lose. Let's get into that in a
I
second.
mean,
But you
Beat
lose
himself, though.
more than just that because your brain is on the line. It isn't swimming. It isn't track. You could be hurt for the rest of your life.
Yeah, you're doing
so
damage.
you're so much more is on the line than just losing, you know. But
Listen,
yes.
you know, watching the McGregor fight last weekend with
let's get into
Mayweather,
that.
I want
Get into
to,
it. Yeah.
and to see, you know, I wanted to say this. You can say whatever you want about McGregor. You can already tell up front that he's just a better fighter all around. He would have destroyed Mayweather if it was anything.
Yeah, that was
no
only
holds
like
barred.
1/4 of his arsenal.
No. If it was an MMA fight, hands down.
It would in 10 seconds though. I mean, you could tell that he could take him down.
First
that
round,
he would
yeah.
Right.
destroyed him.
Right. Yeah. No, I
Right.
completely agree.
Boxing sucks. Boxing is so fucking boring. It's like, remember that one time where like Mayweather turned around, showed his ass to McGregor, and McGregor was like, "All right, I'll just punch you from behind." And then the old timey black guy that was the ref.
Oh,
I don't know where they got him. I think that's the guy from
Bird.
Sesame Street.
Wait, what?
That black man from Sesame Street.
Oh, I like him.
Yeah.
I watched the documentary.
So they would break them apart, and I'm like, this is bullshit. This is not cool. You know what I mean? That's below the belt. And then they warn people.
Don't
Fuck
hit
you.
the top of the head.
Oh yeah, why not the top?
Well,
What's wrong with the top of the head?
Because
Tell me right now.
so it can. I mean, I think it's kind of bullshit. But way back in the day, it was just something that they, hitting behind the head and on top of the head, they feel like can do more damage,
Well,
like more brain damage. And
the
it's,
back of your head for sure, because that's
It
where your
can.
cerebellum is.
My
And that's also
cerebellum.
what
Let me
your
tell you about my
pons and your
cerebellum.
Bobby, tell me about
medulla-
your
listen,
cerebellum.
listen.
Right? My cerebellum is made of adamantium steel.
Wolverine,
Like Wolverine.
What
all
about
right?
your pons and medulla?
My medulla is like dilithium crystals. It's like not even a
Why are
medulla
they different
anymore.
material?
It just is. I'm like evolved.
That's your
Okay?
breathing centers. Your respiratory centers are in the back of your head.
Yeah, but still, it's like
you can feel it when you do get, because actually Guida hit me in the back of the head a couple times, and like you feel it. It
A little
feels
different?
It feels different.
it hurts as much.
It's not like a pain, but it's like like a concussion would kind of feel like. It's,
Whoa.
Well, all your nerves are running through, right? That's where your spine.
You
is.
have no nerves on your face, fuck nut.
I got nerves, but these I get hit there all the time. No, I don't. I really don't.
You don't have any. You don't have any
The adrenaline takes
Do
care.
you do you feel any pain in your shins at all?
You don't feel anything.
So your shins
legs?
are
So-
completely. You could kick down banana trees and feel nothing.
Like what's crazy about it is your adrenaline is going so it's so high. When someone does a bunch of damage to your leg, it's not really the pain. It's just your leg doesn't work anymore. It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
the craziest thing. And people ask that, like, doesn't it hurt to get punched in the face? Well, it's not. It's not like pleasant. Like, ooh, that
Yeah.
felt good.
Yeah.
No, but like when we fight, you got millions of people watching you on TV, and
Yeah.
like your adrenaline is so crazy.
I can
You
only
don't
imagine.
feel anything. You
Yeah.
don't feel anything. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I have a curiosity to feel that at some point in my life. I know I'm too old, but I'm saying that I do want to try absorbing a shot when my adrenaline is high.
Is going.
I don't want to absorb a shot when I'm not ready. I don't want to
Right,
be
right.
sucker punch. I'll cry and I'll tap out. Like it's over.
I
But
take my hands on her ass cheeks. I spread them apart, and she cries like a little bitch.
because
Okay.
again, I'm not prepared. My adrenaline is not
I'll
high
rip your
up.
butthole right now in front of everyone to see, okay? And you're gonna cry like a little
Bobby.
fucking baby, all right, baby? I love you. Give me. Oh, look at! Oh, you upset all of a sudden?
Because
Her butt
that's not
cheeks
the
are
kind
sacred.
of fighting I'm into.
All right, my bad. But I'm just saying.
Wait, how
that's
often have you been doing this?
a lot,
Has he?
Like he's like,
dude.
causing
I'm
my-
gonna tell you something right now. All right.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. This fucking Jon Snow bullshit. I've had enough of it.
Wait, you
All
don't
right,
watch
wait,
Game
is
of
this
Thrones?
Game
do
of
you?
Thrones?
Yeah.
I don't watch
Oh,
it.
just give me a second then.
Okay,
Let me just
okay.
vent my thing. All right.
Okay, all right.
We gotta get back into.
We're gonna
the
get back
McGregor
into this,
fight.
but I just need to get this off my chest.
Get off his
all right?
chest, yeah.
If you saw last Sunday's episode, right,
Spoiler
there was a
alert.
love scene with Daenerys and Jon Snow, and all the ladies in the house were watching. They're like, "Ooh!" And you could hear their fucking vaginas are all squirting.
a lot of
like that,
squirting.
right? A lot of squirting,
Squirting.
right? Then this bitch, we come back home because we're at her sister's house to watch it, and she snuck it in to watch it on her iPad.
You
right?
rewatched it?
Hey,
12 times.
Let me tell you something right now. Number one, his ass cheeks aren't that special. They're
my
they look like Kate
God.
Moss's ass cheek. They're pale
Flat.
right, and flat. I don't like it.
Kate
And
Moss.
number two, bitch, if you had a chance with Kit Harington, what are you doing with Fat Gook?
I like Fat Gook. Fat Gook's funny.
Yeah. Okay, but if you could get Kit Harington, you would not be in this
If
situation
I could
right
turkey
now.
baste myself with a sperm, I would. Yes.
All right.
Damn.
But let
If
me
you
tell you
would allow
something.
me.
If I
Okay.
let me say this.
Okay.
If Kit Harington called me and said, "Bobby, let's fuck, right? I would go to fuck. That's how he sounds, by the way.
Yeah.
It's dead on. All right. I would go to fucking North Face, get a woolly jacket, go to Ireland, wherever the fuck he lives,
Belfast,
and I would
yeah.
I would bite his inner thigh gently
As a mark.
as a mark. So then when she fucks him, she'll know I was there.
She's like, fuck, Bobby got him first.
Yeah. If you see like fucking fang marks on his inner thigh, that's
Like,
Papa.
I don't mind sloppy seconds from you. I don't even mind sloppy 20ths. Like, I'll take anything from him. I'll take anything from
He's
him.
not gonna fuck you, bitch.
If he wanted
And
to...
that's a guarantee. Right now, Kit Harington, right now. You
oh,
could have this shit right here for free. Right?
No, I don't have a chance with him. All I'm saying
I'll
is...
get all the fucking oils together. I'll
Look.
jerk off, whatever you need, bro. But here,
Wait, what?
free, dude.
Wait, why are
you
you
don't have to pay
jerking
for
off?
no dinner, nothing.
Why
All
are you
right? Because I'm gonna tell you something right now. You're not gonna want it.
Kit Harington, if you wanted to fuck me with your big toe, I'd take that.
All right.
Oh.
That episode, and also this fucking juju. I'm sorry. I'm sorry
Why are
to
you
get
so rageful?
I'm rageful, but this juju right here in back of me, and I know that you're Jewish, and that's wrong for me to say because I love. I'm not in Schindler's List. I cried.
Okay,
That
that's
little red girl in the dress. I fucking cried. Shut the fuck up, all right? And I love Schindler. He was a good dude, all right? So I'm on your side. But let me tell you something right now. You're just like this fucknut, all right? You don't watch Game of Thrones. It's fucking silly. All right? It's a cultural phenomenon, Eric.
I hear nothing.
Talk in the mic, you fucknut.
so far away from it.
Fuck you.
Don't get angry. Don't get angry. This is how I talk.
That's how he talks.
Don't smash me.
I've heard nothing but good things about it, but I'm just so far behind.
Yeah, okay.
And I like when I watch shows like that, I like to binge watch them.
All right.
So how long would it take for me to start from episode 1 and
2.5
get all
weeks.
the way through?
That's what my
Okay.
best
All right,
friend just
but
did.
can I just say this?
Yeah.
I am so envious that you fuck Barton Fink. You guys haven't seen it. Because if I was in your thing, I'd be so excited. I go, oh my God, the next 3 weeks are going to be the most amazing 3 weeks of my life. That's how good the fucking show is.
Back
all
to
right?
back to back.
Yeah, so,
What is there?
you know what? And you're getting like your adrenaline flowing, and you're looking at me like I'm Clay Guido. I'm not. All right? I'm your friend.
You're Clay Guido, not
whatever
Guido.
the fuck his name is. Whatever that old man's name is. Okay, let me say this right now, okay? Whatever you're going through right now, the adrenaline, you want to smash my head.
The back of your
fucking
head.
check that shit. Because let me say something right now. I'm a rage monster too.
What does that mean?
I'll tell you what
Rage
that
monster.
means. I'll tell you what that means, Chachi. Okay. All right. I have HRS.
Oh.
You know what that is?
I have no idea.
Hidden retard strength.
Oh.
You don't think that people with retarded or chimpanzees are strong, but they'll break.
Baby,
fuck-
you shouldn't compare retards to chimpanzees.
No, in terms of strength.
Strength. Those are
That's
very
all I'm
strong
saying.
animals.
My
Yeah,
God.
okay. I'm like my bite's like a hyena. Do I feel bad about that? No. All right.
Your face is like a hyena too.
Wow. Shots fired.
And you know what? That's a spread cheek right there.
Wait, what's the tally right now?
What? That's like 9 spread cheeks already.
Shit, you're a rip.
I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. All right, so relax. We're good. You and I were friends. All right. And also on top of it, I'm not afraid of you. And also on top of that, right now is that
That's not what happened.
What happened?
I
the other
respect you and I love you and I'm always gonna be on your corner, dude.
Okay.
Guess what time it is?
I don't know.
Can you even read time, Bobby?
I can. These ones I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says 9:30. You know why I know?
Why?
Because I have one of these futuristic, fancy, classic
Movement watches.
MT watches.
Movement watches.
That's what I meant, but I wanted to be cool and abbreviate it. Let me tell you something, guys, right now. My buddy Kevin Christie, who's really into watches, he has like high-class watches, right? I showed him one of these. He goes, I got to get one. Do you know why? Because they're affordable. If you want high-class precision timekeeping,
Timekeeping, guys.
well, I don't know why you laughed at that.
I don't
dude.
know how
That's
you
real.
found the words.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
High precision time. That's exactly what movement is.
Exactly what you know how I know?
How?
Because I'm wearing it right now, dude. Movement.
Oh, we all are.
Yeah,
Oh.
movement.
Yeah.
Okay.
So guys, get 15% off today with free shipping and free returns by going to mvmt.com/belly. This watch has a really clean design.
Really clean.
Seriously.
Minimalist.
Now it's time to step up your watch game. Go to mvmt.com/belly.
You gotta step it up, man.
Join the movement.
MVMPT movement.
MVMT.
MVMT. Movement.
Movement.
Movement. All right.
I appreciate
I'm always
that. I
gonna be on your
appreciate that.
corner.
Okay.
How do you
Good.
choose who's in your corner?
It's just my preference. Whoever I want.
Do you,
know,
switch
and
it up each fight?
It's like Duke, right?
It all depends. Yeah, I mean, usually it's Duke, but what's crazy is
Duke Rufus.
Duke Rufus.
Yeah, I know. I know the game.
Rufus Sport. Best team in the world.
Shout out to
Right
Rufus.
here. Yeah, it is
Whoa.
in the rankings.
What are you doing? Are you trying to die?
You can. Yeah, he's trying to talk all this shit about me not being mad at him.
I'm an alpha male guy.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
I'm sack town all
I'm
the
cool
way.
with those guys.
Yeah,
I'm cool
yeah,
with those
I
guys.
love all
too.
those guys.
So you have the
You've
Pettis
trained
brothers,
there,
you have Tyron,
Yep.
you have
Ben Askren.
everybody. Yeah,
Ben
Ben
Askren.
Askren. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he still in Asia?
He
One
does.
FC,
He
yeah.
does. I mean, he comes back here, but he's got a deal. He trains at Evolve when he's got a
Tyron
fight
Woodley.
coming up for like a couple weeks.
Let me
and then
tell
he
you
fights.
something about your boy Tyron Woodley.
Be careful.
Oh, jeez.
Be careful
Are we-
about it.
I'm going to be very
Tread
careful.
lightly.
I'm going to tread very lightly.
Guy's
all
a
right?
big, strong
The
man.
dude is the most unentertaining fighter
Oh my
I've ever
God.
fucking seen.
But you're judging that off one fight.
No.
Did you?
The
Did
Stephen Thompson fights?
Did you
The
ever?
last fight I just saw him fight.
Did you
Who did he
ever
fight
watch
last time?
Damian Maya.
Damian
Damian
Maya.
Maya.
Did you ever watch Damian Maya versus Anderson Silva?
Oh, that was the worst in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's boring
I
as hell.
remember that.
Yeah,
that
but
was
Damian
the
Maya.
Climate.
worst.
Have you ever been to Saudi Arabia? The climate's weird.
No. What's that got to do?
The elevation. I've been there.
Yeah.
Oh, you have actually.
I have been there. Okay. The elevation. I couldn't even fucking walk. The elevation was so high. I don't know much about the elevation. I don't know anything about
Take
it.
that back. I love Tyron.
I love him
Gilbert
too.
and I love him.
Yeah.
I love him too. Look at me, Tyrone. Tyrone.
Tyron.
He hates Tyron.
Yeah.
Who gave you cocaine?
No one gave me cocaine. I just
You're
want to
being
be.
hyper as fuck right now. Pay some respect. We love
I
you,
respect
Tyron
it.
Woodley. My God.
Dude, I love Rufus Sport. You don't think I do?
Not right now. I'm not feeling him up.
Yeah. Pettis, legend. Woodley, legend. You're a legend. I'm fucking a big fan.
Sergio.
all right?
Good.
And they're my favorite.
And Sergio's, he's close to a title
Sergio
shot.
who?
Pettis and
Pettis,
his
his brother.
He has a brother?
They're both his favorite team, Rufus Sport. Shout out.
Yeah.
No, but I've never heard of Sergio. I heard of Anthony. I've seen a lot
I
of
would
his fights.
love to have Tyron Woodley on this show, and you tell him exactly what you
God, that
told.
would- yeah.
this
No, you
guy.
know why I don't want him in this room?
Why?
Because I don't want to fall asleep.
Oh shit!
All right, because his fights are so fucking boring. It's like,
Okay,
hey,
enough.
this is a no. Shut up! I don't give a fuck. This is a co-main event. We paid money to see this. Can you not like? Can you just get in the pocket and fucking do some punches?
Oh my gosh,
All right?
shut up, Bobby.
The two Stephen Thompson fights.
First one was great.
So what? That's equally on Stephen Thompson's part. If that was a great.
And you
chess
think
match.
that I unfollowed Stephen Thompson on every piece of social
Stephen-
media because of that fucking fight?
Stephen Thompson was very boring in that fight. At least Tyrone knocked him down, beat
He
his
did,
ass.
yeah.
You're
That's
right.
true.
Both
You're right.
fights.
I'm sorry. You're
Yeah.
right. He's your brother and comrade. He's your comrade and your brother. And I'm being confrontational.
Very.
And I don't want to die. Okay. And I just realized
He's huge.
what I just did. These are fucking beasts.
Mm-hmm.
These are human machines, and I'm in there. I don't give a fuck.
Wait, what are you doing?
I don't give a fuck. Right, Barton? Are you on my side or what? We'll take on the whole army. All right? Yeah. Bring me all of them.
No.
I'm
Should we
kidding.
start right now?
I'm kidding.
Me and Bobby.
Oh,
God.
Let me say
Exhibition.
something. Let me say
You should
something.
bring him
No,
to
don't,
train
don't,
in
don't,
Milwaukee.
don't.
Bring him for like
Can I just say this?
training
Yeah.
camp. Training
I'm
camp.
gonna say this, okay? Me and Jordan Peele, when we were on Mad TV, we had Tito Ortiz on,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was in a ring, and I had these pads, right? These kick pads,
Right.
And I go, "Hey Tito, kick me as hard as you can with the pad." He goes, "It's gonna hurt you."
Oh god.
I go, "Dude, this pad is like 9. I mean, it's big
Yeah.
cushion. It ain't gonna fucking hurt me." I was knocked unconscious.
Really?
That dude's probably walking around at like 235.
I mean, he kicked
how
me
much do
so
you
hard,
weigh?
and the pad was so thick, I fell to the ground. I couldn't breathe. If there was no pad there, I would have died. That's not even. I'm not even kidding. One time, John Cena took his hand, he slapped me in the chest, and I said, "Do it as hard as you can." He goes, "I'll break every fucking your ribs." I go, "Break them," and he did it. He left a print on my chest for 3 weeks.
John Cena hit you?
Yeah.
Have you
These
seen the
people,
24
you don't
with
want to
John
fuck
Cena?
with these people. And this guy right here, not only is he a fucking physical specimen, he's a smart guy. He's got the brains too.
Thank you.
And he's a nice guy.
So
And
why are you
that's-
shitting on his teammate
I'm not
for?
shitting on any interpretation. I'm just saying that I'm not going to watch any more Woodley's
Yes, you
fights.
will.
Yeah, you will.
Yes,
If he
you
fought
will.
GSP, would you watch it?
I would watch every Woodley.
Yeah, I mean, I would do it if like I was in a futon with a blanket so I could fall
Oh my
asleep.
god.
Okay, enough.
Okay.
Let's
I
move
know.
on.
All right. Wait. No. I will. Okay.
Please,
That's fine.
you're bringing something out of him.
I know.
He's never been
I've
this
never been like this. Why am I
hyper.
like this?
I don't know.
It's his
I'm sorry,
testosterone.
my
It's
bad.
higher than all of
Yeah.
ours.
It's like
Yeah.
tripping
I
me
just want to
out.
I also want to do this real quick, and let's get spiritual. Let's get a little spiritual. Let's calm it down a bit. That's my bad, and I'm a little hyperactive, and I want to just take it down to a level. Okay.
Oh my God.
is when I was in Albuquerque. It has nothing to do with you, so you don't have to comment. Okay.
Okay.
When I was in Albuquerque, New Mexico last weekend, Pastor Gil came to my show.
Oh.
And afterwards, him and I had a conversation about God. And I don't want to get into details about it, but I feel like he was there.
God was?
God was there.
Pastor. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pastor Gil, may God bless you. May God keep you. May God create you like a baby. May God take you through Hurricane Harvey and be a free man.
Can you believe that a Christian pastor listens to this podcast?
Huge fan.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Huge
to me.
fan.
And I don't want to go down. Your religion's cool too, bro. Okay, Judaiah.
Judaiah.
All right.
Judaiah.
Whatever you. I was there. I went to Israel. I saw your people. Good people. Okay. I'm talking like Trump now. Right.
Okay,
Your
I
people,
wanna.
your people are great.
Yeah,
Jewish
yeah,
people.
yeah.
I want to
Amazing.
do a real assessment of the fight on Saturday. So
Okay.
the McGregor versus Mayweather fight.
I'll
So what
just
are your
say-
thoughts? Yeah, you go first.
I'll just
Coke.
say I told you so, right?
You did.
Yeah,
I mean,
you-
I was
you
there
were
with
right.
you. Yeah,
You
you
did.
literally what
You
I said
called it
happened.
from the very beginning. You said he's going
Early
to
rounds, yeah.
Early, Conor's going to get the early rounds. He's going to preserve, and he's going to walk him down after the 5th or 6th round, and that's exactly what he did.
It's like saying, "Hey, did you know that Cristiano Ronaldo beat LeBron James in soccer?" And you're like, "Yeah, but LeBron James doesn't play soccer." That's right. Cristiano won. It's two different sports. Okay? And it was a money fucking event. We all paid for it. When I went to the Comedy Store afterwards, there was no one in the audience. I swear to God, it was
that
dead.
empty?
12 people.
I think I heard like 1 in 5 Americans was watching it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So they
fucking
made
nuts.
a lot of fucking money, right? And good for you, but I will not be tricked again. It was, you knew that Mayweather was going to win
Yeah.
because that's his sport.
It's his sport, but everybody always buys Mayweather fights because they hate Mayweather. They want to see him lose. People don't get Mayweather fights because they're super exciting. They
Yeah.
don't.
Because he's undefeated.
Like I remember watching him and De La Hoya, and everybody was out of their seats because Mayweather lost the first 4 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh my God, he's gonna do it." It's always the same thing. He always takes you into the later rounds, and that's when he just picks you apart. The one thing I will say I was surprised about is, I don't know, I mean, how much of boxing or fighting you guys know, but like, Conor referred to him as fighting like a Mexican.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's because the Mexican
Hands up.
style is
Yeah.
hands up and just
Swing,
forward
yeah.
the entire time. And he fought like a Mexican. He didn't fight his normal shell, slipping punches and countering.
Yeah.
He came forward the entire time. So I mean, Mayweather.
Is that a good thing?
Which
Is that,
Conor
is that,
wasn't
is that,
prepared
yeah,
for.
it was a perfect game plan because being a counter fighter and constantly have to fight going backwards, it'll tire you out.
Yeah.
Because Mayweather probably threw 10 punches the first 4 rounds. Like he
Yeah.
didn't
Nothing.
throw any
Nothing.
punches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody gets excited when they're hitting his gut, but most of Conor's punches didn't land because I rewatched the
Yeah.
fight and a lot of them didn't. He
power
got a
shots
couple
either, yeah.
he got a couple nice uppercuts in there, but he wore them out, and once he wore them out,
Yeah.
it's the
Yeah.
same thing with the Nate Diaz fight.
Oh yeah.
First round
He does
beat
a
his
face.
ass. Yeah.
Connor does a face, and you know he's going to lose.
Yeah.
You called it.
I
No,
did.
it's
He
the
does,
one
he
goes
does his face where he turns around.
He like
It's also-
wobbles.
and he just has this look like.
the color of his skin changes. He
Yeah.
goes from a
Pale.
very red to sort of a pale type of low gas tank
Well, and his
face.
eyes get droopy. 'Cause usually,
that's what it
he's
is,
very
yeah.
alert, and
Yeah.
then when he gets here,
Yeah.
you know that's
wow,
What
that's good observation.
What did you think about the stoppage
I thought it was early.
for boxing, for UFC, or
for-
for every?
for every
For
contact
everything.
sport.
For everything, I would say for both. But what you got to understand is they got the 3 knockdown rule in
Yeah,
boxing.
of course. Yeah.
But a lot of times that's, knockdowns happen. They're like flash knockdowns.
Yeah.
There's a wild exchange. Somebody gets hit with one punch. They get floored. They have an opportunity to get up. The ref makes sure that they're conscious and they're ready to fight. Sometimes stoppage like the Conor Mayweather happen just because when a ref sees a fighter's completely out of it and like exhausted, and if they're not defending themselves, they're doing it for the fighter.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, they could have let that fight keep going.
Yeah.
Conor wasn't coming
Of
back.
course.
He was going to get knocked
And he
out.
would have gone. more like
he would have got beat up.
yeah.
And
My question to you is, now I know like I don't know the insides of what contractually, what they sign up for. Could you put that in the contract for someone like McGregor? Like if he's visibly hurt, that we don't do like the three knockdown rule. Like, can you put that in the contract?
I don't think so. I just think commission wise, the rules are what they are. I don't think they can exempt anybody. Like Conor knows what he's getting himself into.
Yeah.
I don't think anything like
because
that
how many
happened.
seconds were left on the clock? 20 or something like that?
It wasn't a lot.
20, but what round was that? Was that
that's
9?
true. That was 10.
It was 10. There's 2 rounds left.
Yeah.
He would have got knocked out.
That's
And
6
that's
minutes.
unnecessary damage.
Yeah.
But he did okay though. Did you not think so?
No,
think
he
he
did.
great, yeah.
He did great.
Yeah, I mean, even
did
some of the, I don't like the condescending announcers are like, he's doing pretty good. His jab was pretty, what I mean, like as if
He's never
he
thrown a
came out of
jab.
nowhere. But let me tell you something, boxing guys. The UFC's the where it's at. That's where the level is. So don't be condescending
Well, they should be
because he can do Muay Thai kicks to the face.
If that's where it's at, then the
Okay.
fighters should be paid the way boxers are getting paid.
Well, and in Conor's defense, MMA, we have to train for so many other things.
Yeah.
So like boxing, all they're doing is boxing. Mayweather's never thrown a kick. He's never had to train wrestling, jiu-jitsu. So we have to split up our time training doing a bunch of different
Yeah.
things. So our conditioning is also different. You notice a lot of MMA fighters, we kind of hold more muscle. We're a little more
Yeah.
bulky
Yeah.
because there's more grappling, there's more wrestling. Strength is a bigger issue. Boxing, they have a big core, but their arms are kind of skinny.
Skinny, yeah.
Yeah.
Just because it's a specific skill set. So, I mean, I respect Conor for going in, and I mean, he fought the best in my eyes, he's the best
Yeah.
boxer to
Yeah.
ever live. He's
Mayweather,
unbeaten. He's
yeah.
unbeaten. So
I agree.
And he landed more punches than anybody else really has. So,
if he would have fought Pacquiao a little earlier,
oh, and yeah, well,
I mean,
yeah.
he
lost it for me with that because Mayweather called him out after Pacquiao had already lost some steam.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hear you. I agree
He was
with
afraid.
that too. Yeah, I agree with that.
yeah.
I agree with that.
And to me, it's like I don't listen when you see somebody like who's the fucking Samoan that I like
Mark
from
Hunt?
New Zealand,
Mark
Mark
Hunt?
Hunt. Mark Hunt's
Yeah,
record
Mark
is
Hunt's
garbage.
awesome.
It's
But
like
he's
He has
the
more
greatest.
losses
he has
than
more
wins.
losses than
I
wins,
don't
but he
care.
made
He's my
events.
favorite
That's what I'm
fighter
saying.
ever.
Is
I love Mark Hunt, too.
I want to watch him fight because he's going to put it on the line. If something's going to happen.
The one-hit knockouts are awesome.
Yeah, and
Just
so
the walk-offs.
So someone like Mayweather who is undefeated, it doesn't really because I've seen his fights. It's like I know what you do. You're very good defensively. You are a precision striker later on in the rounds, and you're very good at what you do. But you're not fun to watch.
Well, I said it. I said me from a fighter standpoint, I like watching Mayweather fight.
Yeah.
Because I pick up on a lot of subtleties, a lot of little things in there that people don't pick up on. If I was just a normal average
Like
fan,
a casual
fan,
Paying
I don't
$100,
want to.
yeah.
I'm not paying. I'm not going to support it. I'm not going to pay $100 because if I want to be entertained, it's not entertaining to me.
Right.
Like I said, it's not his boxing style that people pay to watch. People pay to watch him lose. And that's why everybody's super excited when Conor's winning 4 rounds. They're like, he may do it. He may do it.
Yeah.
But Conor always are.
You're a pretty good-looking guy, huh?
Well, thank you.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying in general. Do you think
He's
people?
been saying
Out of-
that like
Out of all the guys in the room, yeah.
Yeah.
Out of this lot, I like. Yeah,
Bobby,
yeah.
give the whole lot, Bobby. Talk about the
we
whole
got,
lot.
Age Patrick Dempsey right here.
Really aged.
The AIDS, I said, like he was.
Oh,
sick.
AIDS?
Like he was sick. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But you fuck good or what?
oh
I
my-
fuck,
What? I can't ask
Hey,
that.
bro,
can,
you
you can.
fuck
I fuck
good.
great.
You do? I bet you do.
Great.
That's
you
awesome.
look like you
Why
fuck
can't
good,
you
yeah.
ask
I do.
people that? Why can't you, as an American citizen? I know that you don't fuck good. You're
I take
sloppy.
pride in
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
I fuck. I take
Whoa,
pride.
see, that's what I'm talking about.
Why so much
right here.
pride?
This is what I'm talking
He
about.
probably also doesn't gas out
Maybe-
like you. You're
maybe-
like Conor McGregor of sex.
Bobby does the face.
Yeah, he does like
His
he
eyes
does a
get-
gassing out
Get
face.
droopy.
Oh, I make noises that are unnatural.
Example,
Yeah.
please.
Like
No,
I can't
it's
breathe.
more like an asthma wheeze. Like,
Yeah, I do. I've done that before. Yeah, I'm an old man. You know what I mean? And I don't fuck. I've never fucked good. No one's ever fucked me and said that was a good fuck.
I
They
don't
were,
believe that.
No, they have
One
to put
person.
hand sanitizer. They have to do a doctor's visit. I mean, it's
Oh,
not.
God.
Yeah. It's not good. But you know what? I get my nut off. I get my nut off, and it feels fucking good.
That's the most important
right?
thing.
And it feels tender to me. I love
Feels
it.
tender.
And I live for it. Okay, I love coming. Okay, and that's why it's the best thing in the world. Coming, right? There's no one. Even Einstein loves coming. No matter how smart you are.
You probably
Isn't there like something? I read this once that when you nut is the only time that you don't have an actual thought in your brain. Like your brain goes dead for that time
That's
that you're
actually
nutting.
a good point.
Yeah.
I could.
Like, are you ever
could
like,
agree with
ooh,
that.
I wonder where my pet cat is? Like while
No.
you're nutting.
Well,
No
never.
one's ever.
Never.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think that's maybe why, like, you know, when you have sex with someone, you really feel like you shouldn't do it, but when you're in the heat of the moment, you do it, and then after, like, as soon as you bust that nut, it's like, fuck,
Yeah.
why did I do that?
I know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's actually
every
a
time
really
I
good point.
masturbate, I feel that afterwards. You know, when I'm climaxing, I wish that I could take that feeling and put it in a little pill.
So whenever you want that.
You know, you would give it to women.
What?
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, like to Khalyla.
Because you can't make me come?
No, she comes, but I want to give her the extra, like, you know, in excess.
That's
cum.
so nice of you, sweetie.
You know, that guy from
Very
In Excess
charitable.
and Kung Fu. What's his name? Get David Carradine. Where they asphyxiate.
Yeah, it's asphyxiation.
Yeah. I want that nut.
That's
In a
sad.
pill
Don't make
form.
fun of
They
him.
give
He's
you that.
dead.
No, I want to give you that cum, and then you know, man, you just enter a different
Or you
realm.
could just choke me.
Oh,
Oh
gosh,
yeah.
Because
Okay.
because
But then then you
asphyxiation-
die, and then I go to prison.
No, but then we'll have a because asphyxiation
Do you really think
is
you're that
supposed
strong, Bobby?
I think I think
You
if
think you
I'm
could
on
do-
top, if I'm putting my weight, and I'm really trying.
Both hands.
Yeah,
Okay.
and she's at first going, "This is just for sex," but then she's like, "I can't breathe." You know what I mean? I think that there could be a moment where I murder somebody that way.
Oh, jeez.
You know, but
Jesus Christ.
what?
But yeah, Eric fucks good.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
Let's get back to the topic. No.
I just wanted to ask because you know you have a girlfriend now. You live in Wisconsin, right?
Wisconsin.
What is
Milwaukee.
that? Why? Because that's where
Free
it's-
trade.
That's where the training is.
Where are
It's
you
where the train's
originally from?
I'm originally from Iowa. My
Oh,
hometown
well, then
is
stay
only-
in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Yeah,
What do you have against
Iowa.
Iowa?
What?
What the fuck?
It's just you know, it's
Um,
all right.
But
It's all right.
but no, it's my hometown's like 3.5 hours from it, and Rufus Sport, you know, it's a good gym, so I can stay close to my family whenever I want to
Oh,
go
it's
back
that
and see
close.
them. Yeah, it's super close. I can
Oh
drive,
yeah.
You know?
But what is there
So-
to do there? Is it fun?
See, people always say that, but there's a lot of shit to do there. I mean,
okay, you're okay. Let me just say something. Okay,
okay.
that's cool that you say that. You're defending the area. That's great.
Right,
I love it. It's human. It's a natural human reaction. Defend where you're from. Even people from Bangladesh. Oh, I love Bangladesh. Or Calcutta. I live in Calcutta. I love it.
The water's great.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean, there's 12-year-old prostitutes just walking down the street. That's fine.
Hey.
But my point is that it is it. I don't think so. My point is this.
Have you ever been there?
Yeah, I've been to Wisconsin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been to
Where
Wisconsin.
at in Wisconsin though?
I've been to Madison.
Okay.
I've been to Milwaukee.
Okay. That's
It's
where I
a bit-
live. Milwaukee.
Okay, I've
Yeah.
been there.
Okay.
I used to live there as a kid.
I thought you lived
What?
in Minnesota.
We did, but we also lived in Milwaukee.
Oh.
That's where my
Really?
dad. Yeah, that's where my dad. Remember, my dad stalked my mom.
Oh, when
right?
he gave her the
And
steak?
she lived in Wisconsin, and my dad brought steak.
That's how he
stalked
courted her.
That was the
Really?
courting?
Yeah, back in the late 60s.
That's how
steak
you
was the
got
thing.
a wife. You just gave her a
Yeah.
steak. You show up at her door and you
I
give
give
her
Kobe
steak.
beef.
That
That's
was
how
simple.
good I am. But
Give Kobe beef.
it's great. No, your places, but I'm just saying that I wouldn't be able to live out there.
But I mean, what? Okay, LA's kind of different. But I've been to other places in California. Other than like the beach, what is there more to do here than like in the Midwest?
You have a point.
Everything.
Okay,
I mean,
I could
Go ahead.
completely. This is my fucking arena right now. I love it.
Oh, you're a his octagon.
Yeah, number one is this. Okay.
okay.
Case in point, I was in Albuquerque this weekend.
Okay.
I flew in Thursday night because I had to wake up at 6 a.m. to do press. It's about midnight, and I go, God damn it, I'm fucking hungry. I flew in, and the lady that works for the casino, she goes, yeah, there's just nothing. Okay, yeah, but I need food right now. Like, I haven't eaten anything all day. There's nothing. And I go, where? She goes, well, 30 miles east, there's a
30 miles?
a Wendy's. I think it closes at 2. I'm not sure. I go, well, you're going to have to go there. All right? You can't buy right now, you and I, right?
Yeah.
If you want a nice steak with a man with a tuxedo,
Yeah.
24/7, I can get you that.
So
Or you could just cook it
so
at
let me
home.
let me
I know.
get
I'm
this
just
straight.
saying.
Your
Yeah.
idea of things to do.
That's
is
one thing.
Food.
That's not,
yes. Yes.
yeah. I'll tell you.
shit.
I'm gonna tell you
Oh,
something
shit.
right now, my friend. Okay. There's only a couple of things in life that you need. All right, shelter, food, and sexualities.
Hey.
all right.
Clothing, not necessary.
I'll fucking do this all day, right?
Stop it, Bobby.
I don't give a
Stop
fuck.
it.
All right, stop. My point is this. Okay.
Scratch.
Is that yes, food is a big one. It is another thing. All right, 3 a.m. I can't sleep. I feel dirty. Should I take a bath or can I go to a steam room, a really cool Korean bathhouse?
This is like some first world problem shit, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Is that I'm not saying. Listen, I know that in an apocalyptic situation, right, we're all fucked.
Not me. You maybe.
And this is why we're here right now, because that right there is provocation. Is that the right word?
Provocation.
You just provoked me.
I also just want to say
wait,
one
wait,
thing.
no, just let me just finish this, okay? So in a zombie apocalypse, right?
Right.
That you think you would live longer than me?
Interesting.
Come on. Let's just be.
Do you
real.
have
Let's be
hunting?
honest.
Do you have hunting skills?
I have hunting skills.
I know.
And I'm
have
an
hiding skills.
athlete. I'm an athlete.
I'm a
You think you
hider.
can hide better than me?
I love how you say I'm an athlete. I'm a hider.
Here's the
fit
thing.
into
Here's the
fence.
thing. Here's the thing. If we could both hide, but if I get caught, I could actually do something about it and get away.
No,
What if
you turn
get
into
caught?
a zombie, and then all of a sudden you're, you know what I mean? You're trying to Muay Thai kick, zombie kick people.
That would be awesome. Instead of an axe.
And
It
he's, like,
doesn't
doing
have to
axe
be
kicks.
that, but for example, I can run faster than you can. I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't need to run. Dude, I'm in a vent.
You're gonna live in a vent.
Yeah, I'm in a
Zombie
warehouse.
apocalypse. That's where you're.
You know where I'm
gonna
gonna go? I'm gonna go to the mall.
Well,
an
this goes
indoor
back
mall.
to the food. What are you gonna do about?
I'm gonna
food?
go to West Covina Mall. I already have it planned out.
What happens when you know?
That's your plan as a mom.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hide in a vent, and then all of a sudden, I'm gonna like every day, I'm gonna like lock each door. I'm gonna try to kill all the zombies inside. Then I would lock all the doors, and I would eat like a hot dog on a stick all day.
Okay, so what happens about the other people?
Sounds like Dead
the other
Rising.
people that are still alive. That you see.
You can join me if you want to, but
Well, no, you'd be
know what I
joining me. I'd be running the show.
see, that's I don't.
So wait, who is
Yeah,
that?
you know what? No, stop. I'm sorry.
You want him to bend the knee.
Yeah, he wants me to bend the knee. I'm not gonna bend the knee. Okay.
How do you establish alpha male
In fact,
position?
you know what? You're like the fucking what was that guy? The mayor or whatever that was in Walking Dead. What's his name?
Governor?
The
Oh,
governor.
the governor. The governor.
You're the governor. You're the bad guy.
Oh,
All right?
wow.
I'm the good guy.
You're
All right. In my
Rick.
clan, we farm. We love each other. You enslave.
But,
That's fine.
But Rick's also a badass.
what do you want me to do?
He wants you to bend the knee.
You know what he would do? He would. You know what? I know him. Him and I are. You know what I mean? Are the only humans left. This dude would fucking try to fuck me, dude.
No,
Wait,
no.
you try to
You try to fuck me, dude?
No, absolutely not.
No, look at me right now.
Absolutely.
In a Zombra, you would try to fuck me, dude?
Absolutely not.
Okay, if you had to fuck someone on the
promise
fire team, who would it be?
Oh Jesus, that's
Oh,
terrible.
that's a good question. Okay, honestly, if there was a gun to your head,
Eric Koch talks.
Okay,
You
hold
had to
on.
fuck one of the guys, either
Let me-
Steve, Frank, Craig,
Craig, or Eric Griffin,
or
or-
me. Who would you fuck?
This is terrible.
I know, but just one. It doesn't mean you're gay.
Not at all.
Steve.
Oh, that's the right
He's
choice.
warm. He's warm. You
That's
know?
a political choice. Yeah, because he was like, "I'm sorry, dude, but we had to do that." But you know,
Hey, Eric,
you have
I'm
to get,
sorry.
Yeah, you have to get your nuts off. You
you know what he would do after you'd have sex? He'd wink at you all day and
me?
remind you.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
right.
I would rub it in
no,
your face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
I go
no.
like you and I. I'd be like, Coke, and I would wink right at you.
Yeah,
We
Steve.
fuck, bro.
Yeah, Steve would never mention it again. He'd be like,
Yeah,
"I'm
he
sorry,
wouldn't
we had to
mention it
do
again.
that."
That is the right
Yeah,
choice.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel.
I'm sorry. You know, I don't know why I'm so confrontational today. His masculinity and his
It's threatening.
it is threatening to
Threatening.
me.
I know you're acting like a wild.
I know,
person.
and I feel like I was in a corner and I have nothing. I don't even know why I'm defending other things. You know what? In a zombie apocalypse, let's just be friends and let's try to survive. You can be the leader if you want to.
Okay, all right.
All right.
We'll shake
Okay,
on that.
let's
Zombie
shake on it.
apocalypse
Yeah,
ever
you
happens,
can be
there
the
you go.
leader. I don't
Okay.
give a fuck.
All
But there's only room for one person in the event I'm gonna be in. Yeah, don't laugh because you're gonna be a zombie for sure.
Probably.
You're weak.
But
You're weak on every level, my friend.
His stand-up is pretty good.
I can only kick from a distance.
Yeah.
I just no. Okay, you're a zombie. And also, can I say this? I wouldn't even kill you if you were a zombie.
Why?
I'll chop your arms off, and you'd be like one of those things
Like,
where I walk around
like
with.
Michonne.
Yeah, like Michonne. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'd be your pet?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
That's weird, man.
Don't worry. I wouldn't let Bobby do that to you.
And that's
I'm
why
a
I'll
leader,
follow
remember?
I'll jump into his
There you
group.
go. There you go.
All right, let's do a vote. Let's do a vote. Let's do a fucking vote. All right, in a zombie apocalypse. All right, and cameraman, there's gonna be no hostility towards you. All right, but me and Eric have 2 different fucking survival teams.
Can you
all
talk
right?
about like your
So raise your hand. Who's gonna be with Eric?
Well, give us a little bit about what's like going on in the
you have to sell yourself.
sell your
first.
tribe.
All right, I'm gonna sell the situation. Okay, here's what the deal is.
Currency,
Okay, where we're at, we live on a street right here. So in the building that we're in is where I'm in.
Okay.
And the building right across the street is where Eric is. Everything else is zombified.
Okay.
All right. You have to make a choice who you're gonna be with, clan. You're gonna clan with. All right. So raise your hand, Eric. Be real.
Am I counted?
Okay. Yeah, everyone. Go ahead, babe. Be real.
She's gotta stick with her man, dude.
All right. All right. So these 2 guys. So the two cameramen, and you.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Who's gonna be with me?
You know what?
Yeah.
Fuck it. If we're both gonna die, I'm gonna die with my childhood star that I watched on TV.
And you know what? Can I just say something right now?
Yeah.
You're forever my friend for a life.
Yes.
In fact, you know what, dude? You just went up so high with me. You really, you
Fuck it.
No, you didn't abandon me. You're a real friend.
I can't tell if he's crying or.
He's not crying.
You're a real friend. Fuck all you. Fuck you fucking Jew bastard. You fucking go in there. Fuck you. Anyway, God, that really meant a lot to me. Happy birthday.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you want a dinner tonight? I'll pay
Yeah,
whatever
let's
you
do it.
want.
Let's
Whatever
do
you want, you know? Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Sorry, babe. Am I going out of control right now?
Out of control.
I love it.
Is it too much?
No.
No.
Should I take it a level down or what?
I don't know. It's up to you. You're the captain of the ship.
I am the captain of the ship. Let me say something right now, okay? Let me say something right now. I believe that, and let's go back to Pastor Gill. Let's get spiritual again. I believe that everything happens for a reason. There is no coincidences. We're together here for a reason. We were all meant to be here at this very moment. And I heard your point of view. I heard how you feel.
Who?
No, these guys. These two
About
cameramen.
the. We're still at that thing.
No, we're not there. I want to get spiritual. Let's get down to the real Braxton, Texas. Okay?
Braxton, Texas.
All right. We're here. We're in this moment. You just showed me your true self. You two especially. And I hear you, and I accept it. But let me say something right now. That is why we can never. We can never be close. Okay? And that is the reason why Polly treated you like shit for 3 fucking years. This guy right here.
We gotta get Barton Fink on
Barton
the mic.
Fink. All right,
Get
Barton
on the
Fink.
mic.
Get on the
for a
mic,
second.
Barton Fink.
Yeah.
Get over here, Bart.
Yeah.
This guy worked for
Pauly Shore
last
3
week's
years.
guest, Pauly Shore.
This is
for 3
also
years.
my roommate.
It's also Gilbert's roommate.
BLUEAPRON is called Blue Apron. BLUEAPRON. If you're hungry, you want fresh food, it delivers it to your house in a box. And it's easy to cook, and it's high ingredients.
High ingredients.
It's got the best quality. That's all I survive on is Blue Apron, bro.
Damn.
It's my favorite, dude. BLE. And it's so good for you.
So if you were in a
It's so
zombie
convenient.
apocalypse, you would eat this?
Are you kidding me, dude? We'd be lucky to have it,
Oh
bro.
my God, yeah.
Right, babe?
Yeah. I mean, I have to cook it every night.
Yeah, because I don't know how to
obviously.
use. I don't even know what a spatula is.
He doesn't.
I don't know.
I don't know what it is, but
But there hasn't been one meal that he hasn't thoroughly enjoyed.
fucked up. Can I swear?
Yes, you
I
should.
fuck up these meals, guys. Blue Apron. It's
He
easy
just-
if you want fresh ingredients, high quality,
Delicious.
delicious stuff, man. It's easy.
Tell us about it, Gil.
So check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals free with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/belly. You will love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron. So don't wait. That's blueapron.com/belly. Blue Apron, a better way to cook. This is Josh, everybody.
Josh.
And what did
Josh.
you call him earlier?
Barton
Patrick.
Fink.
No, Patrick Dempsey.
with AIDS. All right, a sick Patrick Dempsey. All right, so Josh.
Yes.
Yeah, you worked for Pauly for how long?
About 3 years.
Was he an incredible boss?
At times. Yeah.
No. From 1 to 10, because you've worked at other places.
Yeah.
Rank him as a boss.
I mean, it depends how you.
No, don't even do that. Clump it all. I don't want to care about. Some days he was this, some days he was that. Just in a general, your vibe.
Based on how he treated me.
Yeah.
You mean? Really like halfsies, around 5.
He's being political right now.
He's being political.
But his,
5.
Well,
his eyes.
averaging it all.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Yeah. Some days he can be sweet.
Yeah. Very
Like what?
sweet.
Like give me a sweet thing that he would say.
You know, like he would remember things that I would tell him from a while ago and bring it up all of a sudden and just be like, hey, how's that going?
Oh,
You know?
that's sweet.
Yeah, it
That's
seems
That's a
like
good
really
listener.
sweet.
Yeah.
That's
so
so
he's a good
fucking sweet.
listener.
I'd be shocked by it.
I'm
really.
shocked even hearing it from
Yeah.
him because he's never done that with me.
You know, and he would take me places, take me out to eat.
He would.
He took me to spas.
Really?
Yeah.
The Korean one, the one that we go on.
No, the Russian one.
Oh, the Russian one. I've been to that one with
Yeah.
him before. What are some bad things he's done?
You're putting this poor boy. on the
It doesn't
spot.
matter because I'm gonna say Polly's a part of my family, and he knows that we talk this way.
Yeah.
And this is all a part of entertainment.
Yeah.
So just let it go.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I love Polly overall. He's just like a very sweet. He's special to me. And bad things that he did.
Oh no, he is this guy right here. He is like, what's his name from Game of Thrones?
Reek?
Reek.
Yeah.
This guy has been
You-
through so much. You don't even know who you are anymore.
I have Stockholm syndrome.
You do,
Yeah,
right?
you do.
suffered. Look at me right now. You suffered.
Yeah.
You're in love
No,
with your
No, did you?
abuser.
Did you suffer?
Bobby, you know
Yeah,
exactly.
I know. I do. I know
Oh,
exactly.
wait, hold on.
Look at his
Did-
eyes.
hold
Look at his
on.
eyes.
Did you
We connect
suffer?
on a
Oh yeah,
certain
yeah, yeah,
level.
yeah. I've
If
suffered.
you suffered, you know this boy suffered.
Right. So, how did it end?
It ended with me trying to figure out some way to leave on good terms. You know.
But did it end in good terms?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
You know, we stayed.
What
in
did you
touch.
exactly did you do for him?
At first, I was kind of just doing like video editing stuff.
Yeah.
And then later, I became his personal assistant.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did I ever meet you?
Probably a couple times.
Yeah, I don't remember you.
Yeah, it's okay.
Have you seen any videos of Bobby?
I've seen some videos of Bobby.
What
Sex
vid- what
tapes
video did you
that he's
see?
had to file for Polly.
What video did you see?
Yeah, I had to go through all of Polly's videos, home videos, and you were on a few on like what are the road trips that you guys would do?
Was there any sexy ones that you saw?
There might have been.
You saw one with my dick in it.
I don't know if I saw your dick.
You saw me getting blown by 2 women.
I saw you, I think, turning around to a camera, looking very shocked, like kind of like when
Yeah.
you noticed the camera was
Yeah, yeah,
there
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
hiding your penis,
Yeah,
possibly.
Yeah.
But I didn't see your penis.
Yeah, I know. Okay, good. Because he says that tape doesn't exist. I know it does. And thank you. So you had an awful experience.
Sometimes it's awful.
I think you're lying, but it's fine. It's fine because I already know where you stand and everything, so it doesn't even matter.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So you left. What do you do now?
I look for work right now.
But you did stand up, right?
Yeah.
And you opened for him.
a couple times. Yeah.
And then one night you told me, you told me
I bombed.
that you bombed, and then what did he say to you?
The next day he came in and he was just like, "So how do you think you did last night?"
Yeah.
I was like, "I think I bombed." He's like, "Yeah, bro,
You're terrible.
you're terrible.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you're not funny at all." And
Yeah, I know he can do that.
yeah. And that was the last time I did stand up actually.
Oh, what? You're gonna let that dictate how you?
Just killed his dreams.
Yeah.
I know.
I was already feeling kind of bad about it, so that kind of just
David Letterman once said in an interview, right? He said that whenever somebody comes up to him and says, "I want to do stand up," he always says, "Don't do it. It's the worst life choice." Do you know why he does that? Because a real comedian will take that and still do it anyway.
yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
That makes
Right?
sense, yeah.
There's nothing people like this guy Stan Simmons. When I started, he pulled me aside and he looked at me and he said, "You don't know anything about comedy timing." Your friend Jonathan Gottsick,
Yeah.
that we talked about last week, he was naturally good up front. I wasn't, right? And so they didn't like me. And you know what I said? I go, "Fuck them. I'm not gonna let this fucking
Do it
guy
anyway. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
who's never done anything in the business to tell me how to do it."
Yeah.
You know, Orny Adams once came up to me behind the Laugh Factory and he goes, "I just want to let you know you're too dirty. You're never gonna get on TV. Nothing's gonna happen." I go, "Well, I'm not gonna be on TV." He goes, "You'll never do the Tonight Show." And I said, "I already did it." He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, you'll never get on a TV show." "I'm on a TV show." He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Never mind." You know, people don't know anything,
Right.
right? You just have to feel your heart and just do it.
100%.
He got his ass kicked by Clay Guida.
Didn't get my ass kicked.
You didn't get his ass
You know what I mean?
kicked.
And he's still gonna get back on the horse, and he's still gonna fight.
I respect
because he's a
that.
true warrior.
I respect that.
Do you
He
hear
was
that, Coach?
virtually raped on TV.
Do you get people telling you like, hey, like
I'm kidding, Eric. It's a comedy. God damn it.
I know.
You get all angry for no reason. But do you hear what I'm saying, Josh?
No, I do understand that.
Okay, so do you want to do stand up again?
There's parts of me that do because I still write
Yeah,
jokes
yeah,
all the time. It's
yeah,
just
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
who I am. I write
Yeah,
comedy.
yeah.
But I think I was doing stand up as like a means to an end because I wanted to write comedy, not necessarily.
Well, whatever
do
your
stand-up.
heart says, do it. But fuck what anyone else says.
No, I agree with that.
Okay?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
All right.
Get out of here.
do you
Thank
get that, Coke?
All the time.
Do
All the
people
time.
telling you
But,
like
I mean, it's our culture today is so fucking sad. Just the people that send you negative posts, like
Yeah.
Oh,
Twitter,
God.
for example, their life is so sad that it makes them feel good. They gotta be negative towards you, hoping that they get a response. That makes people's day.
yeah.
If I respond to a tweet, that blows my mind.
Yeah.
That's still something I never get. But like Bobby said, like I do this for me. When it comes
Yeah.
down to me, I'm doing it for myself. This is what I love to do. Fuck everybody else. They
Yeah.
can say whatever they want. You know.
I was on George Lopez's Instagram. He was doing some sort of anti-Trump post or whatever. And some lady just goes, you know what? He's a has-been comedian anyway, so he's a loser. Or something like that. I had to reply back. I said, first of all, here's a Hispanic guy who was born with no show business connections. He started from the bottom. He crawled his way up to the top, right? What have you done, bitch?
100%.
Hey, you can't. Hey, bitch. If you're watching, no, I don't give a fuck. It pissed me off.
She's not
right?
a Tiger-Belly fan.
She's not a TigerBelly
Yeah,
fan, right?
but
Hey, bitch.
say it anyways.
Okay. You can't criticize people if you look at your own life. Look at what's around you, where you go to work, and this and that, and you're criticizing George Lopez. Now, George Lopez, I think he's a nice guy. I know him, personally. He's a nice guy, okay? But I also know that before the George Lopez show, before, Sandra Bullock saw him at the Austin Comedy Club and, went to the became a producer, right? That I took a gig back in the 90s. I was opening for Carlos, but Carlos was already at some town, and I was taking a Southwest flight. George Lopez had been doing comedy at that point for 25 years.
Oh.
And he had middle seat in a Southwest airline. He was super nice, and he was just doing some club, out there to make, money, right? And he went through all that fucking bullshit to get to where he is. So go fuck yourself, lady. People criticize you for going into the ring and
That's so
risking
crazy.
your fucking life. That's fucking bullshit.
Well, 100. I agree 100%.
You don't
I mean,
respond to them. Don't respond to them.
What do they
most
say?
of the time I don't. I mean, most of the time I don't.
What's the
But
meanest thing that someone's ever told you?
I was called a neo-Nazi.
You're the least neo-Nazi person.
Now, like, but they're talking like appearance-wise.
Oh.
Back in WEC days, like super pale, shaved
Yeah.
head. I only had like these symbol tattoos. They
Yeah.
thought they were like an SS Nazi symbol,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I had that, and of course, I'm like,
You're not a
I
neo-
live with Anthony Pettis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is he?
How
The most multicultural human
Yeah,
being.
yeah. So like,
He's like island mud.
what the fuck, But no.
What is that? He calls me that, so I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah, here's another thing about how I know you're not. You're so tender with my brother, Steve.
Steve
I know,
is
but you're
great, man.
tender with
He's
Frank, ugly, Mexican, ugly, unfunny Frank.
Speaking about shitting on comedians.
I know.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
yeah.
Playing Destiny and hearing Frank just get ripped on.
I know.
It's terrible.
I love it.
It was terrible.
Right? You hang out with the ugliest black guy that's ever lived on planet Earth, Eric Griffin. You're friends with even like weak whites. Greg. Like the ones that
weak
would have
whites?
died, if they were a Viking, they would have died. Right? Craig is a weak white.
Weak white's a new phrase.
You're friends with you're friends with a gang of like ethnic misfits.
Yeah.
And that's how we know that you are not a fucking neo-Nazi. I'm going to say something to America right now, okay?
Jesus.
I'm going to say something to America right now, okay? That's fine. You can support Trump and whatnot, right? But let me say something right now. Your stable of friends should be, you should have at least two Muslims, a couple of blacks, a couple of Asians, a Mexican if you want it, the spice, for the spiciness, right?
The Latino spice.
And a Jew. You should have a gambit, a stable of fucking ethnic friends, because if you are a Trump supporter and you're gung-ho and you're like, whatever he's doing is amazing, right? And you only have white friends, you're a fucking neo-Nazi.
It's not a good look.
You gotta
You're a
diversify.
fucking neo-Nazi and you're a fucking racist.
You gotta diversify your portfolio, guys.
You think I want to be friends with Fahim Anwar?
I do it for
I
the diversity.
do it for the diversity. You think I say hi to Ahmed? I don't like him, but I say hi, I hug him so that people can see.
Strictly for the optics.
Yeah, for the optics, okay? Right? This juju right here. Like, I've been clutching my money all fucking night. Where's my fucking wallet? Right? But, I have him over, right? So I gave him $200 to watch Game of Thrones. Do you believe that?
What?
Yeah. You better fucking watch it.
He will check up on
What
you.
are we at time?
We're over an hour.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Damn, that went quick.
It was really quick. You were a very good guest. I was scared about you.
Why?
Because you're a fucking, you know what I mean?
What?
He's scared of you.
You're
Neo-Nazi?
You're a neo-Nazi. You're a neo-Nazi
yeah,
fighter. You know what I mean? I was scared. You know what I mean? But
You know what?
TMZ.
This
Erik
is really
Koch,
special for us.
neo-Nazi.
We always talk about UFC, but you're officially our first UFC fighter.
That's crazy.
Guest.
There you go.
Yeah.
So this is
You
special.
you beat out the other guy that could have been on.
Oh, Mickey.
Oh,
Mickey.
Wanted to have
Who you
Mickey
should
Gall on
fight,
here.
Yeah,
by
Mickey
the way.
Gallo.
Wait, are
What's
you
his
guys
name?
in this? Mickey Gall.
He's coming to
Mickey
lightweight.
Gall.
Yeah, he's coming to lightweight. I like that kind of
He
fight.
kept talking about how you should go back to 145, and I'm like, no, do not.
No.
I loved you in WEC when you knocked out Rafael.
Oh yeah.
So I was like,
you,
what if
you,
we-
You beat Rafael who?
A Sunsao.
Sunsao.
Top like 5.
That's you?
it's
That was
Look at me,
you.
look at me right now. That's you?
Hey, that you man?
That was me. It was one of those things though. Like in WC days, I was like 21. And like I wasn't a man yet. I put on a lot of. I'm walking like 190 right now.
Yeah.
So like.
Whoa.
But it's so much easier to
145.
cut
Do
weight
this
when
real
you're
quick.
younger.
I wanted to see.
Right?
Eric,
He
bro,
almost- he
don't
almost-
ever do
he almost-
that.
he almost- he almost
I
did it.
didn't-
He
I
almost
don't-
did it.
I didn't know-
He almost did it.
I didn't know what he was doing. Once I saw
He
it,
went
I
up?
was like-
No, yeah.
no.
Yeah. That'd be funny. And then we
wait a
freeze framed it. We post on Instagram.
Bobby
UFC
Lee.
drops Erik Koch for
Yeah, Bobby Lee single-handedly ruins Eric's coach's
his
career.
career.
Yeah.
Then I'd come for you. Then that would be game over.
No, dude, I'm gonna call people, or I'll call people. So, if you've never heard of our podcast before, or heard it, but we do a question from the internet.
Okay.
It's called unhelpful advice. You can answer if you don't have to. Do whatever you want to do. Go ahead.
Unhelpful advice with Bobby, Khalyla, and Erik New Breed / Phoenix Koch.
Question mark? Yeah, it's Phoenix.
Is it
now.
Phoenix?
Yeah,
Okay.
you
I
can
like
drop the new
Phoenix.
breed. Yeah.
This question is from a anonymous person. I recently started listening to your podcast and I'm a big fan. My wife is 23 and I'm 26. I got her pregnant while we were young and we married at a young age. We've been married now for 5 years. My wife only has ever slept with myself and her very first boyfriend in high school. I had been with over 20 women, most of which occurred after I was already married.
Cheating, then. Okay, cool.
Our sex life was phenomenal in the beginning and most of the middle of our relationship, but has recently slipped into a routine and feels like a chore. I find myself fantasizing about other men sleeping with my wife. I have even gone as far as buying large sex toys to use on her. I'm completely average size. I watch and masturbate to cuckold porn and have been thinking about bringing up the subject to her. I don't think I would be the submissive cuckold type, but would love to see her being pleasured by someone else. Is this some sort of guilt trip my mind is playing on me for being unfaithful, or should I approach her with this idea? She has no idea about my fantasy nor my indiscretions as a husband. Should I wait it out and hope that the cuckold feeling goes away? Thanks for your advice. Erik Koch. I mean, anonymous. Cuckold your wife.
I think that
It's
he's trying to purify his soul. I think that he's trying to return back to an innocence because he has been with a lot of women. He has been philandering, and he's trying to even out the playing field. Also, he could be a true cuckold. Like, he could. I mean, he could
interesting.
really, really enjoy that. I can't tell. I don't know him personally.
It's over. I mean, the relationship is over.
Unless she's into it.
No, I mean, he's cheating behind her back. And then also on top of it, he's gonna bring up this weird sexual thing that he can get off. It's over.
Well, I'll tell you why it's probably over is because if she was more experienced and she was probably in her 30s and she's seen some shit, she knows what cuckolding is, you can broach the subject
Yeah.
and she'd probably be like, you know what? Yeah, we've been together for 10 years. I'm open to that.
Yeah.
But the sheer fact that she's only been with 2 men,
He's
she's
gonna
very
be.
young.
You're gonna be miserable your whole life, and you're gonna put her through it. Just get out.
Well, it just sounds like you should be single.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
26.
He's 26.
You know?
you got to get out of it, dude.
It's one of those, and like, there's nothing. It's the biggest thing. Everybody thinks they have to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
It's not true, man.
Yeah.
If you're single and that's you want to fuck however many people you want. That's
How do you
cool.
feel about cuckolding though?
I feel like a lot of this stuff comes up just in society because people are so desensitized. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like sex is fucking everywhere. It's thrown everywhere. Advertising, porn is like literally at your fingertips.
Yeah.
You know, and it's such a big industry. I just feel like people are so open now sexually that they get bored.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's what it is. You know.
I'm telling you right now, man. It's society. It is. I mean, if Khalyla and I went to an island for 6 months, I think that'd be the best thing for us, where there's no one around.
Yeah.
We could really get in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because just being in the same space doesn't mean that you're spending time together. So for Bobby and I, there's a lot of coexistence. There's a lot of like being in the same room, but not really spending time together.
Like we went to
Right.
Hawaii, I felt so close to her. I did. I
Yeah.
felt so close. And we're here together. I love her so much, but you know, no, it's not. There's no but. I mean, I love her, and but I know that if her and I were on an island with no cell phones, no social media, and we're just
Yeah.
walking around and having dinners and being with each other,
Yeah.
that it would be way better.
I
Yeah, I
also,
agree.
but you're so right though about this whole like feeling desensitized
Mm-hmm.
because so much of it is thrown in our faces all day
Yeah.
that we're trying to kind of one up the feeling of just a simple sexual experience.
Yeah, people get bored.
Yeah, it's like
it's as simple as that.
I'm so bored of fucking that I actually would be down to dry hump. How sad is that?
Yeah, I'm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
I'm not bored of fucking you. I'm just saying, like, the idea of sex, of just pure coitus, missionary style,
life, huh?
doesn't quite, like, get that rise out of me. Like, when you were 16 and you know, that feeling
Yeah,
of first
yeah.
getting with someone, like, that excitement.
Butterflies,
Yeah, it doesn't
yeah.
matter if it's with Bobby or anybody else. I don't think I would ever have that same feeling. So much so that I actually look into dry humping. Like, I look at dry humping videos, and that's what turns me on, because that's how fucking desensitized I am.
Yeah.
It's like I'm going ass backwards, you know? It's
Well,
so strange.
And I feel like, especially for guys, I mean, let's face it, guys' sex drive is fucking crazy. You know, we're thinking
Yeah.
about sex all the fucking time. So you add that with how easy it is. Like I said, sex is everywhere. Watch porn, you know, whatever. Like, it's crazy because, you know, I've been at those points when, even if I'm talking to a chick, super cool chick, she could be the hottest chick in
Yeah.
the world. Doesn't matter. You're still gonna look at other people. And be-
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I think especially when you're younger,
yeah.
not till you get older that kind of goes away. But yeah, I think a big part of it is just fucking society in general.
I want to make a final point,
Yeah.
and this goes back to Paulie. Okay, bringing it back around. I talked to him this weekend about, because I flew in from Albuquerque. I saw him at the Comedy Store. He's like, "Dude, I loved your podcast and whatnot." And then we got into, I told you this, Khalyla.
Yeah.
And we went into, he's like, "Dude, I think I'm going to have my girlfriend from Arizona move in with me." And I've never heard that before. When you were working, did he live with a woman? No, right? Because he's so neat. He's always been. I've never seen, aside from Dalia, I've never seen a man fucking just swim through pussy.
Swim.
Yeah, right? He goes, "Yeah, I just don't want to do it anymore." I go, "What?" "Just sleeping around. It's just like lonely." I go, "Wow." He goes, and then he said something that you never would ever hear from him. "I think I want a kid."
Oh, my.
Wow.
Saying, right? For him to say that to me, my eyes popped out of my head. I had to put them back in. I was like, "What the fuck did you say?" Right? And here's the deal. He's 50.
Oh,
He's been knee deep in pussy his whole life, and now he's ready.
Yeah.
But it took that long. So this 26-year-old kid,
They have a child together.
doesn't
right?
matter. The kid will be fine.
Oh, they don't have a child
You could still-
together?
No.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, or whatever. Even if he did, you could still be in her. No, he did have a
Oh
baby.
yeah, I got her pregnant while
Yeah, he does have a baby.
Yeah, he has a
He could
child.
he can still be the great father, live in the same town, and be but don't put her through it.
Yeah.
Sow your oats.
Unless, look, if you really want to be a stand-up person, broach the subject anyway.
It's not gonna work.
And if she says no, then you have to be prepared for you know, if yeah, like Bobby says, if you're unhappy with that no, then you have to be a big enough man to be like, you know what, this is just over. If fucking her is a chore, bro, it's over.
Yeah.
I want to show you evolution.
What just happened?
I want to show you evolution.
Sorry, Cole.
This is the new breed.
All right,
This new breed right
Bobby
here.
a
New
little
breed
patch,
Lee.
little patch here, right?
Yeah, why are you
cancerous fucking. But this is called evolution, because I'm really. My kids are gonna have no hair because it'd be more evolved.
He only
this
has
is- look at
hair
this.
on his knees
Yeah,
right
that-
here.
that is
Yeah.
strange.
It's not strange. It's real. Okay.
But he has a
And that's
big old bush, big ass
Big
bush,
old
yeah.
bush.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
proud? Are you proud of
So
your
this
bush?
is the real shit right here.
And he has no asshole hair.
I refuse.
He has three.
I conditioned my body
so
to get rid of them. I had some as a kid, but I said no more.
It's all
No more.
You
And
shall
my
not
body,
pass.
and my body just said, all right, whatever, dude. Whatever.
down.
Yeah. But we had a great guest here, Erik Koch. Give him a round of
Thank you
applause,
so
everybody. It was
much,
wonderful.
Koch.
Thank you,
And
guys.
you know that just we learned a lot today.
Let us know where we can find you on social media. And also, wait, you're fighting
Your
in
new show.
December?
Yeah.
Sometime December.
Who you
We don't-
fighting?
We don't have an opponent, and I can't really
tell
say
you
any
something?
names.
No, we can't.
Can
Come on.
I tell you something?
What?
Yeah.
What?
I just know when you're in your little, when you're in that little locker room, wherever,
Back-
putting the things
back-
in,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Just know that we are in your corner. I feel like you didn't fight like you knew that we were in your corner.
I know.
All right.
I know
just
you're in my
just think
corner.
about think about me.
Think about you.
Yeah, when you think about me,
I
you're gonna
wouldn't-
win
What
it.
happens?
I wouldn't think about
If I
him.
think about you.
Yeah.
And I lose,
Then I know that you weren't thinking about me.
we're gonna have some issues.
No. You were thinking about fat face Erik. No, I really want you to be. I really want you to be champion. I want you to succeed. I want you to be a gigantic star, and I think you have the skills to do it. That's all.
And you're so
Oh, no,
young
no.
still.
And you're young
Yeah,
still,
no,
all right? I
no.
hate to put that kind of pressure on you, but I know you now. You're now it reflects my reputation.
My mom was my mom was so drunk on Saturday at the party.
that
Oh
was
my
And the whole time
God,
she
she
kept
was wasted.
I know
Yeah.
she hasn't drank like that in like her whole life, and all I could hear was her repeatedly telling you, "Please don't lose."
Yeah. She
Please
comes
don't
up. She's
lose."
like, "So December?" I'm like, "Yeah, sometime December." She's like, "You gotta win." I'm like, "Trust me,
You're gonna
If
win.
anybody
I already know
wants
you're gonna
me to
win. I know you're gonna win.
It's me.
You're
Yeah.
gonna win. You're
Eric's
gonna
gonna
win.
win.
Dude.
100%.
Eric's
All
gonna
right,
win.
everyone, pray for Erik. Everybody, give him a round of applause, everybody.
And you had a new podcast show, right?
Yeah, we do.
Promote that really
actually,
quick, yeah.
With these hooligans, Griffin, Craig, Steve, and Frank, we're doing a Destiny podcast.
Ooh.
So it's worst fire team ever, and that'll be coming out soon. Maybe we can get Bobby back.
Oh, that's
Khalyla.
right.
Sir, I'll do it.
Wait, hold on one second. Okay, Coke, you don't quite understand what it feels like to, our home is small. You see this.
Right.
This is a very small place.
Yeah.
There's only one other room I could go to, and this is the podcast room. So it's either and even from this room I can hear him screaming.
Yeah,
So until we get a bigger place, it's a no.
I hear you. I hear
And
you.
I don't think that you scream quite like him.
I don't scream quite like him.
Exactly. And also
But
you're probably better at the game in general. So.
He's pretty
I'm a
calm.
lot
He seems
better.
pretty
Yeah,
calm.
I'm a lot better. But one thing I would like, Lindsay, the biggest issue she had was the flashing lights.
Oh,
I
you play in the
had-
you play in the
because I
room
was
while
playing
she's
in the
sleeping.
bedroom.
Oh, I think you had your own little.
And shit, I will give credit to Lindsay. She's a fucking trooper, man.
Yeah.
Because like you got to understand, these guys play till what?
6 in the morning.
4, 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so 6 in the morning for them is
Yeah.
8 for me
Oh
because
my
I'm
God.
2 hours ahead.
That's right. Yeah.
So like Lindsay's a trooper, and I mean we're together, but we don't live together. you know,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
that it's just a good idea. I like having my space and a little bit of independence, but no, she she's a gangster with that. But having this guy, yeah,
Stop it.
I don't blame you.
I have one more question for you before we wrap up here. I want to know what your thoughts are on John Jones being. I know it's like innocent until proven guilty, but John Jones has been tagged for use of steroids. I think they're gonna try to do the B sample.
B
right?
sample, yeah, waiting for the
and
second.
his team is saying, look, this has had to have been a contamination of some supplement, blah blah blah. What are your thoughts on it?
The thing is, I mean, you can say that, and we won't know till the tests come back. But if he's already done this shit before, like, wouldn't it striking it because his teammate said what? His doctor or whatever gave him something after weigh-ins. Why the fuck would you just take something you don't know about after
Exactly.
weigh-ins?
Sounds
That makes
crazy.
absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
And like, I just think John Jones, his biggest enemy is himself, man. I know guys that went to high school, or not high school, but they wrestled in junior college with him.
Yeah.
And he's always been that way. He's been doing coke forever.
Yeah.
I can
So
believe
like,
that's crazy to me. Yeah.
so it's just kind of, I just think it's one of those sad stories of like raw, just fucking awesome talent that
Yeah.
just he can't get shit right. I mean, his own dad says that. His own
Yeah.
dad says he's his worst, his own worst enemy.
So do you think that? But also, there's got to be someone in his team who is obviously, in on this.
you don't think like Greg
it-
Jackson gets in on like, what the fuck are you doing? Just like,
Like they've got to either have a hawk's eye on him or like what's happening there.
I
in
feel
that-
like John Jones is the type of guy that he gets coached, but he's so talented and he's so good at what he does. I feel like his coaches really aren't like the Greg Jacksons can't get in his ass, and if they do get in his ass, I feel like he's the type of guy like, fuck you, I'm John Jones.
I see.
You know what I'm saying? And I get that. Like I can't
vibe,
say
yeah.
personally that like I don't like John Jones, but I've met him before. When I fought a Sunsal, actually, that's when he beat Shogun for the title.
Oh, that's right.
wow,
yeah.
so
So
long
like
ago,
we
yeah.
we were there and we were cutting weight, and you just get one of those vibes, man. You just get a kind of a fake vibe, and
Well, I'm Team DC all day. I always have been.
DC's
DC all
awesome.
day.
He's the best.
DC's awesome, and DC's a really good guy, and I was definitely rooting for him in that
too.
fight.
He was doing really well.
But I mean,
too.
it sucks for him too, because let's say this is a positive test. John Jones gets suspended for what, 4 years?
2 to 4, yeah.
It'll probably be 4
So
because
how old is he now?
he's
30.
30, so
So
he'll
34.
be 34.
Is it over for him then if
I
this
think
isn't
it
fed?
is.
That's
Yeah.
so long.
I think it is, and
What a tragedy.
tragedy. And
Waste.
in DC's eyes, DC reclaims that title. It's his. He'll be champion, but he'll never
be-
get that chance to beat Jones.
I
It'll
also
never
don't
happen.
think that people will give him the same recognition that they would Jones as a champion, which is
Right.
sort of unfair because, DC has always been the sort of default champion.
Right.
And I think that that's always been unfair. Like his record has always been tarnished because of this guy who's constantly being tagged
Yeah.
for fucking, for these things. And
drugs.
it's not fair that he has to, and another thing, to fight him twice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's it. It's the same thing why I feel so bad about Mark Hunt.
Yeah.
It's like the fact that, some guy like Brock, who obviously is roided up the
That
fucking asshole.
that pissed me off really bad too.
And contractually, he has to fight this guy. He's already 40 years old. He's put his body on the line for years.
Right.
And now you're telling this man who's given so much of his life to the sport that he's got to have a admittedly roided ass dude fight him.
right.
And this isn't like a 125er. This is a fucking man who's like 280 pounds.
Permanent damage.
Well,
yeah.
what pisses me off is Brock did this knowing he was gonna pop.
Yeah.
He gives a percentage of his purse,
Yeah.
but Hunt doesn't get that. They fine
Exactly.
him, and then he still makes a shitload of
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
The amount
Small
he pays,
dent.
it doesn't even matter.
And-
So it's
Small
like him knowing that. I can't stand Brock for that one fucking reason. You know what I'm saying? Like that's super super disrespectful, and
Ugh.
yeah, it just, and I like Mark Hunt. I love Mark Hunt because
Mark Hunt so much.
I was a Pride kid. I
Yeah.
liked Pride more than you. Like when they were
Damn.
like the
That was a
two-
shit, dude.
Same.
Give me that
Yeah.
white ring
dude.
any day.
Shogun will forever be my favorite fighter because
I
when I
love
was
Shogun.
coming up, Shogun was like the young up and comer, and
Yeah.
when he beat Rampage, I'm like,
That was
that's who I want to
huge.
be
Yeah.
because he smashed him.
Except that everyone
Yeah.
was roided in Pride.
Yeah, that's true.
Arona.
They were all-
Hey, Arona. 50 abs.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God,
Arona.
Ricardo Arona's back. Gilbert and I thought about we wanted to start our own MMA podcast of just like casual fans MMA, and we wanted to call it Ricardo Arona's Back. That thing is like epic.
So what the fuck?
What is that guy up to nowadays?
I don't know.
I don't think he ever. I think Pride was his.
That was it.
That was
He
it, right?
done. Right. Yeah.
Because I mean,
yeah.
he never did any. He never stepped into the UFC like
But
ever. Did he?
I mean, you.
I think maybe he did.
Once probably.
What,
No,
I
that-
think it was old though. I think he did fight in the UFC, but
Yeah.
I mean, like, I think it was before Pride was even blowing up.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, the Pride days. I mean, Vanderlei Silva was roided to the hilt. You know, all those guys were. But I mean, you could do it, so everybody did it. So it's kind of
even
fair
playing
in a way.
field.
Yeah.
Even playing
Like
field,
now
yeah.
that we have USADA, like Brock Lesnar coming in knowing, well, shit, I'm gonna
gonna
take
pop.
a loss, but I get to fight and I'll still get some money. Like, fuck you, dude.
Some money.
What's that like?
Some
Do
money.
they
Yeah,
like
a lot of
USADA? Do they do? Have you ever been like randomly tested?
All the time.
How many times in like let's say a year?
They'll do. Well, they're weird because they don't want you to like get a schedule.
Yeah.
You know, so it's completely random. There's been times I haven't been tested for like 6 months, and then they'll test me like 4 times back to back, like every other week. You
That's
know,
crazy.
to try and catch it because they're trying to catch you like so you can't cycle in cycle out. You know.
Yeah.
So and they always but the one thing they always show up at like 5 in the morning, like
Oh.
knocking on your door and
Yeah.
Catch you off guard.
what the fuck, dude? Like, yeah, I'm sleeping. They're, you know, pounding on the door, and they're super perfect. Like, they don't let you touch. You know, they lay everything out, and they don't let you touch things until they tell you to.
Whoa, there's
and like,
serious.
it's yeah, dude. Like, it's legit. But I mean, UFC pays a lot of money, and I agree with it.
Yeah.
You know, because you're seeing a lot more people, you know, pop dirty, and you know, fuck that. You're trying to, you know, roid up and go in and do bodily harm to somebody. Like, fuck you. You know.
Do you agree that fighters have to fight their weight class and not cut so much? Like,
You know,
do you think that it should always be a choice?
I used to be I used to be so on cutting weight, like being the bigger person.
Yeah.
The older I get, I believe it's bullshit. I mean,
Yeah.
look at Frankie Edgar when
Yeah.
he fought at 55.
Yeah.
He was champ there. He'd walk in soaking wet at 55. He could still compete because he
Yeah.
had energy, you know. And you got to look at it this way, like when we cut weight, we're draining all the water, you know, out of our bodies. That's coming from our brain too. So you can't replenish that in 24 hours. If you take a knock, it's really easy to give yourself brain damage just from cutting weight.
God.
So the commission's got a lot better. Like now, if you're, you got to be like a certain percentage, like body weight wise, whatever weight you're fighting
Yeah.
at. I think for like 55, it's like you can only be like 8% higher. So it's like 12 pounds, something like that.
Yeah.
But they monitor you, and if you do come in really heavy, you are the commission will watch you the entire week and like test your levels and all that shit. And if you're ever at a dangerous
Yeah.
point, they won't let you fight. So I think I think it's super important, and I think it's a step in the right direction. But
And also, you also have like less likelihood of fights or fighters pulling out with like complications with cutting, like Johnny
Yeah.
Hendricks.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and those guys are getting fucking last minute kidney stones or
Right.
whatever because they're so dehydrated.
Right. Well, and I think the more they do that, I think the way they can make the fighters happy is just adding more weight classes. I've
Yeah.
always feel like they should add more weight
165.
classes. 165, 160. Like
Yeah.
160 for me would be fucking perfect.
That's your
like
weight.
that would be my weight class.
Yeah.
55, I can make it, and I'm still good there, but I struggle there with those last 3, like
Yeah.
it, and every little bit counts. So if they had those, not only that, I feel like, especially in the UFC, I think they're kind of worried like we have to promote all these guys. The reason why UFC is doing so much better in boxing is because boxing doesn't promote anybody.
Yeah.
They got their money fighters.
The main event, yeah.
Their main event, they make money on that. Who knew anybody on the undercard? I mean,
Right,
unless
right.
you investigate, and even I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't care.
Knew one other person.
You,
That's it.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? UFC does a good job of marketing a lot, like
Right.
everybody. And I feel like with how good they are marketing and having a title like every 5 pounds up, you can create more super fights.
True.
People want to see the super
That's
fights,
true.
right? So
and also, but 185 to 205, that's such a massive jump. That's 20 pounds.
Yeah.
You know
Even
what I mean?
155 to 170 is like,
Yeah, 50.
put some shit between that.
yeah.
I agree.
Honestly, I think 160. 160 would just be.
The sweet spot for you.
Champion Erik
That's
Koch,
what I
160.
want. That's what I want.
Phoenix.
But yeah, I mean they're making really good steps in the right direction. So I mean, compared to the way it used to be, you know, I was fighting when I started fighting. There wasn't a 145 weight class. When I started fighting, 155 was it, and I was like scrawny beanpole. I weighed 152.
You look so different.
Yeah, 100. It's a funny ongoing joke because whenever I go in to like fight week, they're just like, oh, it's Erik. You look completely different because like I'm either growing my hair out, change my hairstyle. I got a tan.
You're way
I'm
more
super
neo-Nazi
white.
before.
Way more neo-Nazi.
before.
You know, if I don't like it for that fact, but I did look a lot scarier,
Yeah.
like just a lot more menacing. But I always come back with like 4 or 5 more tattoos, and they're like, okay, here's the drill, because they got to take pictures every time to update your profile. So
Gotcha.
that's like an ongoing joke with the UFC. It's terrible marketing for me because everybody's like, that's Erik? Like, oh, I didn't even fucking know that was him, But yeah, I mean, they're making good steps in the right direction, and like I said, I'm just hoping and praying for a new weight class, and cutting weight will be over.
Well, we hope that you stay healthy from here on out, and that we see you
December.
every-
You'll see me in December.
in every fight card from here on out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not every fight card.
I'm gonna say right now,
Don't be Cerrone.
whoever he fights now,
I was just gonna say I want to pump out like Cerrone. Like,
No, that's
what-
not. I mean, because I always think that he rushes them. He rushes into them, and I think that he's he's an amazing fighter, but
Yeah.
he takes them too quickly, I think.
I mean, I think he does like when he tries to take big fights.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's smart because he's making bank.
And
Because-
he's people love watching him. Like, he is a draw.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's such a draw because I mean, he fights, and the thing with fighting too, you're only as good as your last fight. What sucks about fighting is for us, we cherish every fucking win we get.
Yeah.
Every win, and that'll never change. Like 2 years go by, and I'm like, I remember when I fought him.
Yeah.
Oh, love that win. With fans, they're brutal, man. They give a shit for like maybe a couple days, and then after
They
that,
forget,
it's like
yeah.
wait till the next one. You lose,
So, yeah.
like you're shit. You suck, and then I win. Oh God, that's why I like watching Koch. Back in WC,
he loses.
I'm like,
Oh, he
fuck
sucks
you.
again.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck you. You
He
weren't there
wins?
when I lost.
Fuck his new
Yeah.
tattoos every week.
So shout out to my because I do have a good fan base of like loyal fans back in the WEC day. I love those
Yeah.
guys because I always get great messages from them. So
Yeah.
I truly appreciate that.
Well, thank you for coming on to our podcast.
that was our
Hope.
first MMA minute with
Yeah.
a real fighter.
Hell yeah!
How'd we do,
Thank you
Gilbert?
guys.
That was
Really
good. Shit, you need to be on the mic. You should do your own podcast.
I know. We
People
should
tell me that
You know
all the
what?
time.
We should do our own MMA podcast now, and I'll tell you why. I know nothing. I take the stance of like a very casual spectator, so I only know the surface stuff, and I know what questions to ask. Since you know the specificities of actually being a fighter.
Well, you're actually very very knowledgeable.
She used to roll.
No, I did not. Please
That's why I was
relax.
honest. She used to roll.
No, okay, please,
Triangle-
Gilbert. But
triangle
also,
legs right there.
I am so curious, but I don't always have someone in front of me to answer my questions.
Right, the
So
little
it's-
subtleties.
Yeah, because I don't have. I mean, I have a few friends that fight and train, but they're not always like they're not in front of me when we're doing our MMA minute. And I look at Gilbert
Okay,
like,
how-
you know
Here,
this?
this is what we'll do. Whenever you're in town, let us
Yeah.
know, and whatever fight is close, we just do it.
Yeah, we'll just do. We'll
Let
throw
us
in
know
an
whenever.
episode there.
Fuck it, let's just do it.
That would be so fun, and I'm just gonna have just a shit ton of questions for you. So
Yeah.
just be ready.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be making a lot more trips out here because I mean,
Yeah.
we got the Destiny thing too. So I
Oh,
mean,
and we could be the fighter and the dummies, not the fighter
We're
and the
not
kid.
coughing their shit.
But because we really don't know
We're just
anything.
gonna call us the Phoenixes.
God.
The Phoenix Eyes. All right, guys. Make sure you follow us on TigerBelly on Instagram and on Twitter at the TigerBelly, and email us any questions at thetigerbelly@gmail.com. Thank you for listening. And if you hated MMA, sorry about that.
Sorry.
Sorry, but not sorry, because fucking Erik Koch's here. Bye, guys.
Bye. See you guys next